And what this did at least, is destroy the barrier between investment banking and commercial banking, for those of you who are unfamiliar. Like there's a Bank of America Merrill Lynch now as a consequence of this, if that is like one immediate way I can describe it. Okay? It removed barriers in the market among banking companies, securities companies, and insurance companies that prohibited any one institution from acting as any combination of an investment bank, a commercial bank, and an insurance company. With the bipartisan passage of the Graham-Leach-Bliley Act, commercial banks, investment banks, securities firms, and insurance companies were allowed to consolidate. Furthermore, it failed to give the SEC or any other financial regulatory agency with the authority to regulate large investment bank holding companies. And Bill Clinton signed this into law. A year before the law passed, Citicorp, a commercial bank holding company, merged with the insurance company Travelers Group in 1998 to form the conglomerate Citigroup, a corporation combining banking, securities, and insurance services under a house of brands that include Citibank, Smith Barney, Primerica, and Travelers. Because this merger was a violation of the Act, the Glass-Steagall Act, and the Bank Holding Company Act of 1956, the Federal Reserve gave Citigroup a temporary waiver in September 1998. And then they legalized it. They moved to legalize it. Since then, there has been so much consolidation. Okay? And that's part of the reason why we have this too big to fail mentality. Now, this might have fucking happened under the Clinton administration, but stop using Wikipedia as a source of information. It's irrelevant. On literal, oh God, please, I can't do this. You are so fucking stupid, dude. Like, this is something that happened, and it's not a lie, okay? Like, they're not lying about what's going on with the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act. Like, that's not, just because you don't know what this is, does not mean that this did not happen. Stop sending me that fucking David Dayen article, because it's from 2016 and it clearly did not happen. Okay? I love David. Okay? David is a friend of the show, but you keep sending me that same fucking Intercept article from 2016 as though like Republicans legitimately cared about it. It didn't happen, and they don't care about it. Donald Trump literally talked about increasing capital gains tax when he was running, and then turned around and did the exact opposite of it and acted like he had never said that. What has you on edge today? Is it the controller? No, I'm a little, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I was in such a good fucking mood, and now I'm no longer in a good mood. I don't know why. Don't be ableist, asswipe? Wait, who's being ableist? What? It's not the huggers. It wasn't people who were like saying dank hug or whatever, which I get annoyed by already. But it wasn't that. The catalyst was like people fucking constantly spamming Donowall. Donowall. You Donowalled a guy who gave you 10 tier 3 subs when I didn't. I guess I said tier 1 on accident, and everyone was like, people were just like losing their fucking minds over it. Anyway. Okay, let's keep going. the thing is, like, this normally is not an issue that happens. This normally does not happen in most chats, especially most chats over a certain point. Like, most 20k plus Andes don't have this kind of fucking problem. And that's because most of them are playing video games and not paying attention to the chat, and chat's having their own fun. But I, unfortunately, literally fucking nonstop read my chat. So when someone is like relentlessly spamming some shit, and some people don't know that I'm constantly reading chat, but when someone is like relentlessly spamming some shit, like I'm seeing it and I can't avoid it after a certain point, and it's like getting in my fucking brain. Okay? And it's the same fucking it's the same mentality, because like I read bad bait from time to time that like chatters make. Oh, by the way, chatters who make sock accounts to just trigger me with like idiotic takes. I hope you recognize that if I ban you going forward, that's an IP ban. So all your other accounts literally get banned from, they get shadow banned from the chat as well. Most people don't know this, but if you have sock accounts where you're like trying to fucking trip me up, unless you have literally a fucking VPN just to do that. He just told us how to get in his head. I mean, everybody who's been in this community for long enough know that. One thing that makes this wonderful is like if there's a consistent back and forth, and like this is a relationship where like chat is building on the conversation, it's fucking awesome when there's good flow. But if you think that like this is a great opportunity to like fuck shit up, then yeah, it doesn't work. Then it like ruins it, and it causes me not to fucking read chat constantly. But sometimes it's not just like, you can't just be like, oh, well, it's just an anonymous person writing in a chat box. Like, why do you pay attention to it? Well, that's what I do. Anyway. What is this? Northern Line agrees. Help us craft a challenge for the creators of this week's episode of Hit the Lab. What do you think the most disruptive sound to distract while gaming? Loud chewing, middle scraping, squishing, drilling, thanking subs. He's right. Are you gonna play more Zelda today? Absolutely, dude. I'm thinking about. I've been thinking about it. Like, it's such a good fucking game, dude. It is such a good game. It's so much fun. We'll definitely get to it later.
I'm showing you images right now.
It's a little slow, and it's a little okay. I don't want to see fucking Dave Portnoy's face any more than I have seen so far. I think we've ran this story into the ground. If there's new updates on it, we'll watch it. But like, I'm basically hearing the exact same takes that I have said over and over again for the past fucking 5 days from Dave Portnoy, and saying based. Unless there's like a unique take here. Maybe this might be interesting. Let's watch this.
This video was posted this week on Wall Street Bets, a Reddit forum dedicated to discussing stock and options.
Also, before we do that though, it is top of the hour again. Top of the hour every hour, 6-second ad break. I'm running an ad right now. If you want to no longer see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free. Here's the ad. This is the last like stock talk shit that I'm going to do for now.
GME, the stock ticker for video game retailer GameStop. For weeks, users of the subreddit have been encouraging each other to scoop up shares and make bullish wagers on the stock. In less than a month, GME rose from under $20 a share to well over $300 on some days, before falling on Thursday after brokers placed restrictions on trading.
Wall Street has been totally stunned by what's happened with GameStop. This has basically never happened before.
Alexander Osipovich covers futures and stock exchanges for the Wall Street Journal and has explored the forces behind GameStop's dramatic swings.
GameStop has become a battleground between small investors who are banding together on online forums like Reddit and professional investors who are shorting the stock or betting that it will fall.
Here's what's going on with GameStop.
Wall Street Bets is one of the most popular forums on Reddit. It's a place where people get together, share trading ideas, and go after particular stocks in a kind of coordinated fashion. They can cause a big run-up in that stock's price.
In recent weeks, investors on Wall Street Bets have targeted GameStop's short sellers who saw the company as overpriced and were betting the shares would fall. The Wall Street Bets crowd was buying up shares and betting the opposite, causing the stock to go on a wild ride.
Behind that is a couple of things. One of them is momentum trading. That's when people chase gains. They see a stock is going up, they buy more of it because it'll likely keep going up.
But while the rise might have appeared to be as simple as average investors buying shares and pumping up the price, it also had to do with options. Options are contracts that allow investors to buy or sell a stock at a specified price, either on or until a specified date.
Yeah, what's up? Are they going to limit options trading? That's some fucking regulation, dude. Is that what's going to happen?
It has gotten a lot easier and cheaper for people to trade options over the past few years.
Now the world is your trading floor.
I mean, if they do, it's going to be retail investors are no longer allowed.
Commissions have come down, and brokers have invested a lot of time and effort into making easy-to-use interfaces to allow people to buy and sell them and even do complex strategies.
Options trading volume set a record last year, averaging just under 30 million contracts a day. This year, that number is over 40 million. Options come in two forms. Put options confer the right to sell shares under specified terms, and call options confer the right to...
I think it would be dangerous to remove options trading since shorting is what revealed the '08 crisis. What? But it happened. What are you talking about? It still happened. It clearly did not reveal the yeah, what?
Buy 30 million, just under 30 million contracts a day. This year, that number is over 40 million. Options come in two forms. Put options confer the right to sell shares under specified terms, and call options confer the right to buy them. Many of the Wall Street's Bets users were buying call options to bet that the price would rise. Look at the market on Tuesday, January 26th, for example. GameStop closed at just under $148. At that moment, call options to buy
Enron is the only fucking time, the only instance where people say, when it's not, we're not even talking about options at that point, we're talking about shorting, but Enron is like literally the same mentality as like the American imperialists fucking constantly saying, well, you know, World War II was good. There's a reason why you always have to go back to Enron when you're talking about when you're looking for justifications for why shorting is actually good, and it's a good thing. Look at how look at what happened with Enron.
GameStop shares at $200 a piece by Friday were trading at just $19 a share. If GameStop rallied, the price of the options might have risen, and call holders would have been able to sell these options for a quick profit. The question is, why were the shares surging when much of the action was in options? It's because when an investor buys a call option, someone else has to sell it to them. Typically, an electronic trading firm that buys and sells stocks. When they sell the investor the call option, they often hedge their bet by purchasing shares of the stock in question. GameStop options trading volumes exploded during the past 2 weeks, especially for call options, which drove brokers to buy more of the stock, driving it up even further. This dynamic isn't just playing out with GameStop. Traders at Wall Street Bets moved on to AMC, BlackBerry, and Nokia as well. Amid soaring shares, on January 28th, popular online brokerages, including Robinhood and Interactive Brokers Group, restricted access to trading high-flying stocks, including GameStop. Shares plunged.
Trading a stock like GameStop in a situation like this is extremely risky. If you are playing with this stuff, you are playing with fire. It's unclear if the authorities have any means of reining this in.
Wall Street Bets users called foul, some pledging to find other ways to participate in the market, regardless of the chaos it causes.
Why is he framing a Switch? I don't know why he was in a Switch. I have Ortex short data, and approximately 12 million shorts were covered on the day that Robin had manipulated the market. It went from 51 million short interest to 39 million short interest in that day. I can show you with a permit to post screenshots. Yeah, they wanted to mitigate the damage. It's still market manipulation, and everything that they're saying and doing is fucking bullshit. What is this? What'd she say? A massless Marjorie Taylor Greene and her staff berated me in a hallway. She targeted me and others on social media. I'm moving my office away from hers for my team's safety. I've called for the expulsion of members who incited the insurrection from day one. Representative Cori Bush, the leader of the St. Louis Black Lives Matter terrorist mob who trespassed into a gated neighborhood to threaten the lives of the McCloskeys. She's lying to you. She berated me. Maybe Representative Bush didn't realize I was on video, but I have the receipt.
A bunch of bad people do, or a small amount actually, do a really bad thing, attack the Capitol, which I denounce and completely am against and don't agree with the violence.
Oh, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. You suck. You fucking coward, dude. You fucking coward. Oh, I denounce it. I denounce the insurrection. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You just got.
But yet Democrats who cheered on, supported, called peaceful protests, Antifa BLM riots the entire year long that caused billions of dollars worth of damage, attacked American businesses.
Billions of dollars worth of damage. Okay.
Burned down Minneapolis.
Now you're just putting words in people's mouths, though? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize a populist uprising insurrection movement backed by Donald Trump and perpetrated by literal QAnon supporters was not absolutely without a doubt legitimized by the QAnon supporting, Trump supporting psychopath who literally tweeted out during the fucking insurrection, today is 1776. What more should she have done for you to say, well, maybe we can tie these two together? I guess it's pure speculation. I guess I'm straw manning. Should she have literally said, I'm fucking on board with this, let's go? Because she kind of did that with the whole 1776 thing. Should she have, like, broken the fucking windows herself? Is that the only reason? Or would you say... Oh, that was Boebert, the one that said 1776. Sorry. That wasn't her. She also said Jew lasers caused California fires. She literally fucking personally harassed a David Hogg. Oh, God, I mixed up my fucking QAnon congresspersons. I'm sorry that in the United States of America, there is not one, but two QAnon congresspersons, and I mixed them up. Fuck! It's so bad, dude. What is wrong with our country? Everything is wrong with our country.
Let's see, what else did they do? Then they supported bail bond links for criminals. You know what? Yeah, don't yell at people. You know what? You shouldn't bring COVID positive members in here, spreading COVID everywhere. Stop being a hypocrite. Yeah, this is how it is here now. This is how it is. Stop being a hypocrite. This is arguing with my Democrat colleagues, supposed colleagues. That's how it is.
Everything Marjorie Taylor Greene has done in 60 seconds. Let's watch.
Pizzagate, a frazzle drip of QAnon, and said she wants to take out the quote global cabal of Satan-worshipping pedophiles. She suggested Nancy Pelosi should be executed for treason, and her Facebook page liked a comment about putting a bullet to the head of the House Speaker. She says Barack Obama used MS-13 to murder DNC staffer Seth Rich. She says Hillary Clinton used a kill list to order the murder of her political enemies. She called George Soros a Nazi and accused him of wanting to continue the Holocaust. She accused the Rothschilds of not just being part of a global pedophile conspiracy, but also the California wildfires. She thinks they may have been started by a laser beam from outer space. She shared a video accusing Zionist supremacists of conspiring to flood Europe with brown migrants to replace white natives. She denounced what she calls an Islamic invasion of Congress and tried to get Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib to swear their oaths on a Bible. She suggested people like them go back to the Middle East and stay with their goats.
Oh, yeah, that was really fun. We watched that yesterday again. All of this is true, by the way. I mean, there's video of nearly all of it.
She claimed a plane never hit the Pentagon and 9/11 was an inside job. She thinks the Sandy Hook and Parkland school shootings were false flags. She even chased Parkland survivor David Hogg on the street while bragging about her gun. She thinks Donald Trump won the election and was robbed by mass voter fraud. In fact, she thinks Biden didn't win Georgia. He rigged it against Trump, but she won her seat in Georgia. It wasn't rigged against her.
Oh, she did run unopposed. Sora's a Holocaust survivor? Yes. I did watch the Johnny Harris video. So, Cori Bush released another statement. After members tested positive for COVID-19, after being locked down with her on January 6th, Marjorie Taylor Greene came up from behind me loud and unmasked. I called her out to put hers on. Her staff yelled at me, stop inciting violence with Black Lives Matter. Listen, when a black person yells at me to put my mask on because I'm very clearly maskless, well, that means that that's the real racism. Have you thought about what you just did? A black person telling me, a white lady, to put her mask on? The real racism is there, folks. It's great. Anyway, you see Lauren Boebert is going after David Hogg? Oh, I did see that. Yes. David, please, we all saw how tough you are when questioned face to face. Give your keyboard a rest, child. That's awesome. Dude, they're such freaks, dude. It's awesome. They are such fucking freaks. I mean, it really triggers me a little bit, but this is the other one, by the way. Make no mistake. This is the other QAnon, okay? One of the QAnons is Marjorie Taylor Greene, who yelled at Cori Bush, and after Cori Bush yelled at her for to get her to put her fucking mask on. And then, I mean, that's like, so that's one fucking psycho, sick freak, gun lady QAnon. And then this is the other QAnon gun lady. It's great. And you aren't a sick freak? I am a sick freak. That's why I love these other sick freaks. I love watching them. They're so fucking fascinating and insane. Oh, the statement? She just dropped it already? A message to the mob from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here's my message to the radical left-wing Democrat mob and the fake news media trying to take me out. Since launching your smear campaign attacks on me, nearly 60,000 America First patriots from all 50 states have reached out with messages of support and have poured $1.6 million in small donations into my campaign account. That sucks. Okay, The reason why that sucks is because, like, that's the number of hogs. If you want to know, like, how many fucking sick freaks live in this country alongside of you, that's one metric that you can look at, okay? Too much. Every attack, every lie, every smear shrinks my base of support at home and across the country because people know the truth and are fed up with the lies. Now, first of all, what is a lie? Like, do you no longer support QAnon or something? Like, you're literally the QAnon congressperson. Them saying you're the QAnon congressperson when you literally ran on that platform, like, you benefited from that. These are the people that are giving you money are probably giving you money because they think you are the QAnon congressperson. Still. So where is the lie, dude? While big PACs and powerful corporations refuse to donate to Republicans and cave to vicious cancel culture mob, the people have my back. Which is funny because, like, she's saying, I want the PACs to donate to me, but they've been canceled. Like she's not even saying, I don't want the PAC money. She's literally saying, I want the PAC money, but cancel culture is stopping PAC money from coming into my campaign, which is hilarious. But of course, again, the people that she's telegraphing this info to are too fucking stupid to understand what she's saying. They are too fucking dumb. Okay? Sorry. Same 75 million people who voted for President Trump. Interesting. If only there was a larger number that voted for Joe Biden, or rather, the correct way to say it is voted against Donald Trump. Voters who will be vital to Republicans taking back the House in 2022. Contributions of 50 cents or $100 are significant statements of support, but heartfelt prayers and encouraging messages to keep telling me to keep standing strong against the mob are what's most significant to me. Listen, man, if a congressperson telling you to put a fucking mask on in the middle of a goddamn pandemic is the violent mob, then you have never seen a violent mob. Okay? I'm sorry. You are basically showcasing how fucking insanely privileged you are to have actually never faced a violent mob. If you think, like, you know, a congressperson telling you, put a fucking mask on, you dumb bitch, is the violent mob. Except, you know, the literal violent mob where 5 people fucking died that you were absolutely playing a role in agitating. She isn't even defending herself. She's just bragging about how much support she has. Yeah, I'm a hog and all these other hogs are still supporting me, so I win. Ha ha. For me, it's people over politicians. It's people over big money PACs. It's people over powerful elite. Then why did you say that, like, they refuse to donate to Republicans? I will never back down. I will never give up because I'm one of you. Yeah, exactly. And I will always represent you. I take all these slings and arrows gladly for you. I take them for our America First movement so that we can save our country and stop socialism. I knew this day would come. It was only a question of when. Republicans cower to the mob and let the Democrats and fake news media take me out. They're opening the door to come after every single Republican until there's none left. Yeah, totally. But what's worse is Republicans will be opening the door to let the vicious cancel culture mob take out every one of you. Yeah. This is exactly like the cancel culture mob coming for you. President Trump taught us how to defend America First values. That's why Democrats are the smallest majority in the House since World War II. I will lead the change to be a voice of the silent majority. I will always have your back. I guess at least fascism is kind of fucking funny to watch when it's building up as a movement. You know what I mean? It seems like it's inevitable at this point, so you might as well enjoy the ride. I guess it's happening. You know? It's just the most doomer take. I know. I'm sorry. Like, it's literally like, it's just gallows humor. Or it's like, I'm gonna get fucking owned by these people. And you know, one day President Marjorie Taylor Greene is gonna call for my execution. But hey, you know, we'll enjoy the ride. It's fucking literally inevitable, but we'll enjoy the ride as we move from a crippling a crawling pace towards fascism to accelerating that to the high gear. RJC is working with GOP leadership against her now. This is why she said if Republicans cower to the mob. The Republican Jewish Coalition. Oh, dang. You know, loads of us are gonna get executed with you too, though, right? Yeah. Techno-authoritarianism, not fascism. Okay, that's just fucking fascism with like... Techno-authoritarianism is... Unless you literally mean like fucking purging bot accounts and like Nazis from platforms is like techno-authoritarianism, but unless you mean like... Unless you're talking about that, in which case we're literally not on the same side. But if you think like techno-authoritarianism isn't just fucking straight up fascism, but with robots and AI, it's just, that's what it is. It's like VR fascism. It's fascism, but the Boston Dynamics dog is literally stomping on your fucking corpse inside of an Amazon distribution facility because your productivity dipped by 13%. Okay? With like the same fucking baboons that work literally side by side to you saying, of course we can't unionize, dude. What do you mean? Just work hard and one day you'll be able to make your money back in fucking Robinhood by purchasing stocks of a fucking of a game company that was overshorted. That's fucking tech fascism, okay? Dude, just fucking buy stonks, dude. You'll be able to lift yourself by your virtual bootstraps. You wish you knew how to rally the patriots like her, huh, you communist pig? Watch Trump win the election. Like, if that was a meme, that was a really good meme. Because, like, you know, it has to be a meme, right? God, I don't know. Because, like, Trump supporters are so stupid that they might, like, actually think that there's, like, an election that might happen again or something. I really don't know anymore. What is this? Azan? Yeah, we already saw the statement. We were reading it. I'll always have your back because I know you have mine. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. More MAGA reinforcements are on the way. Let's win big for Republicans in 2022. Save America, stop socialism, defeat the Democrats. Let's make America great again, brother. Regarding that person in chat, enjoy. What? No, that's a... What? Malarkey? Copium? No, it's just like a fake account that they have, I think, probably to just like... Time to be racist. These clown networks are setting these heroes up for failure in their speech. No, I think they're just baiting a meme. It's a bait meme account for them. Q Shaman Jacob Chansley hasn't eaten since Monday. His defense lawyer says Chansley needs organic food or has an unpleasant bacterial response. The lawyer says the judge says try to work it out with the DC jail, and if needed, it'll be addressed at a later hearing. What? I'm so conflicted by this fucking story, dude. Because, like, I think prisoners should be treated more humanely. But I also feel like this is the lamest way. I feel like he's making it up And it's the lamest reason to do a fucking. I mean, he's not even doing like a strike of food. What is it called? Like a food strike? Oh my god, my brain is straight up not fucking working. Hunger strike? That's what I was. Yeah, food strike, hunger strike. So, well, on the one hand, I want, you know, better food, more nutritious food for prisoners and prisoners to be treated with dignity and humanity. On the other hand, like, my man literally turned an honorable cause into this, like, weird fucking incredibly privileged thing. I don't know how he was able to do it, but good job. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. It's Andrew Left at Citron Research. 20 years ago, I started Citron with the intention of protecting the individual against Wall Street, against the frauds and the stock promotions that were just all over. When I started it, everyone used to say, can you just write whatever you want to write online and not be a registered brokerage firm and not be Merrill Lynch at the time? I said, sure. It's freedom of speech in this country. And if I'm telling the truth, I'm just going to write it. And for the first 15 years of existence, not CNBC or the Wall Street Journal even wanted to note the fact that we existed. Even the fact while we uncovered more fraud than any non-governmental agency out there. We helped bring down the drug pricing in this country against the better interest of the hedge funds. And we're proud of the work that we've done. But now, after 20 years, we noticed something. Where we started Citron was to be against the establishment. We've actually become the establishment. And we've done this whole thing without ever hiding from lawsuits, without ever hiding behind a pseudonym. But it's completely now lost its focus. So as of today, Citron Research will no longer be publishing what can be considered as short-selling reports. The Citron narrative is going to change and have a pivot. What gets lost in the whole Citron Research world is the fact that last year, the performance of the Citron Fund and Citron Research.
Okay, that could literally be for two reasons, though. One is I'm sure there's other ways of showing your short positions to other hedge funds and whatnot. But also the other reason is probably because he doesn't want to publish his short positions so that people don't fucking catch it and then own him again. You know what I mean? He's not saying he's going to stop shorting companies. He's just saying he's not going to publish it. So what the fuck? Like, what? How is this? How is this supposed to be like an act that is overall good?
On our long recommendations.
The short reports usually tank stocks for a week, so that's not true necessarily. Yeah, no, I understand. He's trying to say it's a good thing because releasing your short reports end up contributing to lowering the stock price. So that's why he's saying that he's like no longer going to publish it. But there's still people that can there's still people that have access to what he's shorting, especially other hedge funds. It's like moving away. It's like the technical distinction between price fixing and price leadership. Okay? So basically what is going to happen is if you want to literally check on what he's shorting, you can still do so. He's just not going to release a short he's not going to release the research behind it.
Up 121% average from recommendation to high point of stocks. And that was in 2020. We want to bring investors stocks that they can make 5-10 times their money on but at the same time have strong management teams, ethical business practices, business models that are forward-thinking, socially conscious. And we're going to bring that to the individuals. These companies can use the support of a whole new generation of shareholders that have an appetite to buy stocks. If you choose to buy GameStop here, it's caveat emptor. You know what we think about their business model? It's on you. Too much has already been written. But until then, we'll have our first story ready on Monday. We want everyone to breathe, smile. We're excited for the next 10, 20 years of Citron. Hopefully we can put our experience to...
I can't tell. I feel like how many backgrounds does this motherfucker have? Like, how many fucking laptops does he, or is it just one laptop that he's like propping up in front of like different areas of the house? Has he downgraded? It looks like he might have upgraded since then. Every video that we watch, he's in like a different part of this massive fucking mansion that he's in.
Add some sanity, and most of all, some kindness back in this market.
Yeah.
Cautious investing to all, and have a great weekend.
Some kindness. He only uses a room once. Anyway. How do you feel about the fact that Donald Trump is behind distributing wealth to the working class by manipulating GME? Oh, that's awesome. Is that like a real fucking idiotic take that... Is that like an actual fucking take from Trump supporters who've like completely lost their minds where they like had to bring Donald Trump into all of this somehow? Oh, dude, that's fucking pog, dude. That's so sick. I'm so excited that that Donald Trump did this. Hoggers. Anyway, Trump is the best. Everything is good because of Trump. Everything bad is the libs and communism. Robinhood deleted the socialism page. Sometimes I wonder if it's like, are we making movement there? Is that, like, how did that happen? Because I didn't know that about the page's existence until one of you guys sent it to me, and then we watched it, and then now it's gone. I'm not saying that they're watching, but I wonder if it, like, creates enough movement behind it that, like, wait, Trump supporters now think he's working with Dave Portnoy to bankrupt hedge funds? Lol, wait. Told me yesterday I think Trump is working with Dave Portnoy to buck the market. Yeah, Trump and the pizza review guy is saving the world. How is this real life? Wait, what? Trump's still in power, but he's working with Barstool Sports to bankrupt hedge funds? This is so fucking funny to me. Do they not realize that the hedge funds that are losing billions are run by GOP mega donors? Guys, the dude who literally fucking cut taxes. The dude who literally cut taxes on those very same billionaire hedge fund owners and worked at their interest to deregulate every aspect of American industry further was actually against them all along. And also, regulation is bad. Remember, regulation is so bad because Trump is against it. And because, you know, we are against it because we're Republicans. But also, we should do something about these hedge fund managers. It's just like, it is next level peasant mentality, dude. Capitalist dogma on overdrive, believing that, like, meritocracy is real. even when you're faced with the very real recognition that it's not, and that the entire system is gamed against you. Wall Street donated much more to Dems in 2020, but Citadel specifically donated to GOP. That's the other part, though, of course. Democrats are abso-fucking-lutely big-time Wall Street fans as well, so don't for a brief moment think that, like, don't for even a brief moment think that, like, the Democrats are against Wall Street in any way. Most billionaires give money to both sides. Why not they have enough? Yeah. I love that. I love that take where people are just like, more on the hedge funds to see who the top contributor to the Republican Party is. Soros! George Soros! This is why I always say Soros is literally a broke boy, dude. Look at this motherfucker not even cracking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He fucking barely makes it into the top 10. And people are like, George Soros, dude, he's owning it. And this is just the top contributors on hedge funds, okay, on the hedge fund side. He can't even crack the fucking top 5. Broke boy. Fucking broke bitch, dude. Meanwhile, like, when we look at individuals and how much they donate through their other groups and funds and whatnot, like, you got fucking Koch brothers who are dominating everything. You got Peter Thiel, Koch brothers, the Mercers that literally are following along the Koch brother. The Koch brothers basically built the system. The system of dark money. And how to fund. Yeah, you have Sheldon Adelson, rest in peace. I almost said peace. Sorry, Koch brother, not brothers, because one of them died too. Someone's. Do you know how tall Marjorie Taylor Greene is? I've been trying to find that info all day. That's the real censorship. This is George Orwin. Brother, this is literally George Orwin, dude. I can't find out how tall Marjorie Taylor Greene is.
What can be done about it in the future? As best I've been able to report out, this meeting here yesterday.
Okay, the Capitol security combo is kind of fucking lame. All right, America's prescription drug cartel.
This episode is
new
brought to you by
second thought video.
CuriosityStream.
Pog. Let's
Get
take a look.
free access to Nebula, the ad-free, creator-controlled streaming service, when you sign up for CuriosityStream at the link below. With the transition from Team Red Powerful Old Guy to Team Blue Powerful Old Guy, a number of important topics have returned to the forefront of the American consciousness. One of the most important issues, as is the case in any country, is healthcare. While other developed nations...
How do you reason against literal idiots who keep saying this isn't free market, make the markets deregulated and free? Can you address their delusion that when the markets are deregulated, it leads to more corruption, exploitation like child labor? Some people are too far gone. I will get to this video. It's a great video, but I think that's a really important question to address over and over again, especially because we have a lot of Normans. We have a lot of new friends in the audience that are here for the stocks. And the thing is, the free market and deregulation has only led to the natural outcome that industry leaders would want to have, which is monopolization. It's not like just rent-seeking behavior that eliminates competition. There's many different ways that you can drive out or price out competitors, like the way that Amazon operates in the e-commerce field, right? Or in commerce in general. Probably one of the greater examples of monopolization as a consequence of deregulation comes from the Reagan era, where you can immediately see the impact of it in airlines. So people who think that deregulation helps the little guy, or that deregulation helps the marketplaces be more free, consistently, new regulations introduced after monopolization can entrench wealthy incumbents, though? Certainly. Yes, I don't disagree with that at all. Not all regulation is good. You can absolutely utilize regulation to benefit the big guy over the little guy. But trust busting is not that. It's the opposite of that. Corporations can abuse regulations for their gain, but that just simply means that you didn't regulate appropriately. Okay? How come chat is nice to other chatters, but not Ozan? I don't know. What's the alternative? The alternative is putting together appropriate regulation, and not regulation written by lobbyists that are operating at the behest of corporate benefactors. The appropriate way to regulate is not to maintain the illusion that as long as the prices are low for the consumer, that any amount of monopolization does not matter. And that is the current order. That is the way that America approaches trust busting. The American government will literally not bust your fucking trust as long as you keep prices low. And they will use that as the reason as to why monopolization actually increases efficiency. Whether it's vertical or horizontal integration, our regulators currently refuse to stop businesses from monopolizing as long as the price for the consumer remains low. Okay? The big corporations often hire out the same people that wrote the regulations, allowing them for the fine loopholes, since the corporations can pay infinitely more than any government is willing to offer. Yes, these are problems that you're referencing within the corporate structure. But it can still be addressed with regulation. Regulation, for example, that dictates that 51% of the board needs to be occupied by stakeholders beyond the shareholders. Stakeholders like workers, for example. This way, when workers have the capacity to organize and have a say in what happens within the corporate structure, they will be against they will, in a lot of instances, have the capacity and the technical know-how to stand against deregulating or writing regulation in a specific way that benefits only the fucking shareholders. Do you understand? This would be one form of regulation that actually hits the heart of the problem, that actually addresses the heart of the issue. Why not 100% instead of 51%? What are you, a fake socialist? Yes, I am a fake socialist. No, I have always agitated for social democratic reforms in the short term. That's what I believe is the right way to go in a country like the United States of America that is a reactionary shithole when it comes to its fucking politics. Short-term social democratic reforms are a necessity. Revisionist for profit. Hassan is subservient to the opportunists who serve the capitalists. Hassan has made increasingly rapid progress in his art of being a Marxist in words and a lackey of the capitalist in deeds until he has become a virtuoso at it. Nice bait, brother. Revisionist for profit. You're right. Instead, I should sell you on a lie that makes your fifis feel good. You, the singular Marxist-Leninist who has read enough theory that knows more than anyone else. Just lie to you and say that a violent revolution is upon us. You know. The Vanguard Party is just around the corner, bro. I promise, bro. Remember, folks, any sort of revolutionary adjacent activity that has occurred in this country, any activity that you can look to as like a movement that would resemble what a revolutionary Vanguard Party would also do, whether it be storming the Capitol or literally taking violent action if necessary, oftentimes revolves around defending Applebee's, okay? Defending the right to be able to get fucking haircuts because the petite bourgeois want to go back and enslave their fucking workers appropriately. Or operating at the behest of a narcissistic proto-fascist man-child who does not believe that he actually fucking lost the election. In a country where the political spectrum, the political Overton window is so slanted towards the right, delusional Marxist-Leninists, and there are a lot of Marxist-Leninists in my audience that don't fucking say these delusional, idiotic things like that one guy was baiting me to say, or that one guy was baiting me was saying, okay? Believe that magically through the ashes of this accelerated, burned fucking system will rise a Vanguard Party equipped with the knowledge, big believers in dialectical materialism, ready to fucking organize. Millions are just waiting behind closed doors, ready to operate. Except that's not the reality. The only fucking acceleration that we're doing in this country and will continue to do in this country will be towards fascism. Okay? That is what the reality is. And if you don't see that, if you don't recognize that, then I don't know what to tell you. So yes, I will continue to agitate and I will continue to push for organizing. And I will continue to, at least in the short term, push for modest social democratic reforms, which of course will get people to call me a communist, regardless. But I'm going to continue doing that because that is what my vision is. Steven Crowder take, monopoly still exists, but there's still high government intervention. How do I deal with this dumb argument? There isn't high government intervention. What the fuck is he talking about? Dude, anyone who thinks that we have high government intervention in this country is psychotic. Anyway, let's
and
keep
even
going.
many far less developed nations enjoy less expensive healthcare with better outcomes than the US, American citizens are on the brink of disaster, now more than ever. In this episode, we're going to talk about the absurd cost of prescription drugs and why a life-saving medicine in the US can cost hundreds of times more than in other countries.
How did the drug improve? If I were to look at a pill and analyze it from 2005 when it cost $215 and I was looked today at when it cost $763, would that pill be the same?
I understand your question about the pill. The pill, the manufacturing for it would be the same.
Great, thank you. I want to turn to one other number if you would help me. Do you know what this number is? Does it ring any bells?
But I think you're referring to my compensation in some way.
In some way, this was your compensation in 2017 for being CEO of Celgene, and that's a lot of money.
I was literally on the wrong video, dude. I'm so stupid. Here, we're gonna run that back. I apologize. I'm so dumb. I was like, why are they playing these other? Why is he playing these other fucking B-roll?
And I was looked today at when it cost 763. Would that pill be the same?
I understand your question about the pill. The pill, the manufacturing for it would be the same.
Great, thank you. I want to turn to one other number, if you would